Hey, Coach. Tonight, game one, you get the win. A lot of things right. There was defensive intensity, ball movement, balance, scoring. Just what stands out to you is the most important thing to getting the win against the Rockets tonight?
I thought our defense did a good job for the most part, holding them to 42% from the field. But we did give up two 30-point quarters. That's something that we don't want to do. I thought we got stops. Or we forced them to miss. We didn't finish the play, rebounding the basketball, giving up 15 offensive boards is way too many, and so we cleaned that up. It's a really a solid game by our guys, and it's a good game to build off of. We talked about establishing our defense, and I thought we got the stops when we needed to.
With a guy like DeJounte, I mean, he had 5 steals and a block. Is that the defensive intensity you're looking for, and how does he kind of spark that for the rest of the team?
Yeah, he's one of the guys that we look for or look from to establish our defense. And normally he's out front guarding the basketball, pressuring the basketball. But when we have guys like DeAndre, I thought Aaron came in and gave us some good pressure, some good defense in that second quarter. To disrupt and force those guys to think about him, which DeAndre was able to get into the passing lanes. We have a number of guys that can get out there and do that. With Dre, and I thought John was pretty good being active. Justin came in and gave us. Jalen did a nice job. That second unit coming in and giving us some solid minutes in that second quarter. But it starts with our first unit establishing that defense. We just got to do a better job of finishing those defensive possessions with rebounding.
I know it's only the first game, but as far as shooting from three-point range, I mean, slow start. How do you guys, I guess, adjust moving forward?
I mean, we're going to take what's there. We'll take 2 if that is open. We had 30 assists. And that's good ball movement, and we only had 9 turnovers. So we're not a team that's just going to be hunting the 3. We'll take 2 if that is available. If the defense is collapsing and giving us that 2-point ball, we'll take that. So we're not that so-called analytical team that won't take a 2, search for 53s. If that is open in our offensive sets, we certainly would like for our guys to take them. We think we have guys that's capable of taking them, but we want to attack the basket first. And I thought our guys really did a really solid job of moving the ball, 30 assists, and taking care of the ball, only 9 turnovers.
Coach, you guys, Houston was a stubborn team. They seemed to stick around. What did you see from your team in the fourth that allowed you guys to pull away?
There are no easy games. I think people go through the schedule and say that's a win. You can't do that. Houston was a serious challenge. We knew they would be a tough challenge because of their ability to put 4 guards out there, and they can attack. All of those guys can create their own offense, and if you are collapsing too much, they can burn you with the 3. So it was a challenge. For our guys to keep the ball in front. We knew this would be a tough game. All the games are going to be tough, and I thought our guys kept their composure. When Houston made their runs, they made some 3s, just stuck with it, continued to grind to try to keep them in front. We got a couple breaks to separate a couple times during the game, and was able to finish the last 5 minutes by getting stops and making buckets.
Coach, 4 of your 5 starters were scored 20 points or more this evening. Can you talk to me about what you saw offensively from the guys?
Well, I thought Trey really did a nice job of managing the game the second half. We found a couple sets that was working for us, and he went to it. He did a good job of targeting some of the matchups that we had out there, and I thought we had really good execution. And again, with the ball movement, when you share the ball like that, everybody is going to have an opportunity, and you're going to really be in a better flow, a better rhythm. So we encourage our guys to, our goal is 25 assists plus each night. We want to have 25 or more assists every night, and when you get good ball movement like that, normally you're playing in a really good rhythm, and guys are, getting shots that they work on in practice.
Coach John is often a guy who kind of takes a backseat offensively and lets the other guys cook. Well, what did you see that you were able to exploit out of the Rockets tonight to get him 24 points?
Well, I thought we did a good job of making our reads offensively. They were switching. There were times when John had Smalls guarding him in the post, and he had guys on his back, and those are the reads we're going to have to make during the season. A lot of teams play small ball. They like to switch 1 through 5, and you're going to have a matchup either on the perimeter or in the post. Tonight it was in the post. We dropped it to John, and he was able to be productive down there. So those are reads that we have to make, and it has to be quick, and we have to be efficient with taking advantage of matchups that we feel we want to go to in situations like that.
Coach, when Anyeka came in, he was active as well, kept that intensity going after John. Did you see growth in him tonight?
Yeah, you know what, that was the challenge to all of our guys. We needed to see growth from everybody, and basically the message was, our fans, this is the first time that they're going to see us, and I think each season you need to come back doing more or giving more to the game. Show the improvement, what you've worked on, what you've committed to being better at. Show that tonight and for this season. And so it was a challenge to all of our guys tonight, and Anyeka took that challenge. I thought he gave us some really good minutes in that first and second half of defending, rebounding the basketball, and initiating some offense down there for us.
Coach, you talked about how we'll take the two as far. Is that more so like an assessment of like your roster and the way it's currently constructed, or do you think it's going to be like a game-by-game basis?
I think it's a game-by-game basis. Is how how the defense is guarding you. They were pressuring us and they were sending us to their bigs, so we was able to turn the corner and get downhill. Now you need to make a play, as opposed to just, again, analytics wants you to take a ton of threes. We're not going to force that. If we can get into the paint and force that defense to collapse, we'll take the three. But if the defense is not collapsing, then put the ball in the basket. We'll take the two or get to the free throw line. I thought we settled a little bit too much in that first half, mainly that first quarter. We were settling and taking contested jump shots, and we didn't have a lot of ball movement, but we started to improve on that.
And what is your assessment as Trae Young? Because it seemed like he was really active defensively, just from a hand standpoint.
Yeah, well, that's the challenge to Trae and all of our guys, to be better defensively. Defense is the key for us to improve, and we'll take this game, use it to get better. But all those guys, they're not in shape. We're still working to get our legs. I know they had heavy legs, and that will come. We need to just continue to put that energy, that effort out on the floor, and their legs and conditioning, all of that will come.
Coach, kind of piggybacking off of defense, you guys reported 12 steals tonight. DeJounte looked very good on defense, his on-ball defense. What were your thoughts on him, his defense, and I guess the overall team defense in particular when it came to steals?
Well, just let him go. We're giving him the freedom to, anticipate some of those passes and go for some of those steals. We're encouraging him to be aggressive off the ball, to create some turnovers, and he does a great job of anticipating. I think he's an old school defender, long arms. He had a pick on the ball. I think 1 or 2 of his steals came on the ball, just picking the player, anticipating, playing free safety off the ball and reading the defense. He does a great job of that, and we're encouraging him to continue to do that.
All right, thanks, Coach.